started. That's right. Let's get some audio in here and turn on our camera for another edition of the amazing Thriving Artist Art Life Short. I am sitting here in my studio, and it's time to produce day 2 of Vlogmas. Vlogmas. Plus, again, another Thriving Artist Art Life Short. This series of shorts I've been producing the whole of 2020, and it started somewhere. My whole live streaming, the purpose of my live streaming, the purpose of producing videos started a long time ago. Oh my gosh. Over 10 years ago, I started producing art shows, and along with a couple of DJ friends of mine. And they brought the music, I brought the art. By then I had been in Atlanta as a working artist for a pretty long time, so I knew plenty of artists, and so I have an extensive list of artists I can bring in. So I brought artists in. I asked them for artwork. We came up with themes for these shows. In those days in Atlanta, there were a few art exhibits, art shows, but a lot of the artwork, if you were looking for collectors or if you're looking for places to show off your work, the space was really taken up by galleries, and galleries have high expectations of how artists present their work and how much work they need to have and the brand name and so on. Of course, it's the early days of the internet. I think Facebook was just starting out. MySpace was at the peak. I think it was about to die or died already. And so there was a lot of us who did not know about branding and marketing yourself. What I did know is that I have a loud mouth. I like to talk a lot. And give me a subject and I'll jump right in. And so art is my subject. The business of art is what I like, because then I like to do and I like to practice, because it allows me to have an art career where I'm just focused on art. So I decided that, you know what, I'm producing these shows. Why don't I start doing artist interviews and show and ask a couple questions and then show off that video on social media, whatever was social media in those days. And then that way people can get excited about the art shows that I'm producing. They'll come to the show. Plus, they'll get to know the artist, and then the artist can promote themselves. I started doing a ton of interviews. I had an iPhone 4, I think, in those days, and I would sit down the iPhone in the middle of the room and then do an interview. It was crazy. Those videos were terrible, but I started to record a lot, and then I realized I don't know how to edit video. So I had heard about podcasts, and I said, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull the audio from all these videos and produce a podcast, and that's what I did. I did not know anything about editing audio either. So I jumped in and I said, you know what? I'm going to figure it out. I got to understand GarageBand, iMovie, Audacity, and start editing. I need to edit this stuff. And I started paying attention to a lot of podcasts and their intros and how they talk and what they say. And their sponsors. So I started looking for sponsors and so on. Before I knew it, I have interviewed over 100 artists. And in my Art Is King, you can't see the shirt, but Art Is King podcast. It's on iTunes right now. And so as that took off and I started getting comfortable producing and editing, I slowed down the art shows and art exhibits, because there's a lot more places for artists to get an opportunity to show their work than there was back when I started. So I feel like I did my job when it came to finding a place for artists, but I really fell in love with producing video and audio. So here comes live streaming on Facebook Live. Boom. What I liked about live streaming is that you don't have to sit here and overproduce. Like right now, I'm just recording this. This is just happening right now. I'm recording it. If something goes down, I can compose myself. Boom. Start the recording again, and then sit down and edit what I need to edit. But that's a little bit time consuming. I'm not going to throw in a big intro. I'm not going to throw in well, maybe I should do a little bit of music since it's Vlogmas. In any case, I got to a point with producing video that is like, and even podcasts, that is like I had a system and a process, and I was like, well, I need to have this here, this here, this here. And when it came time to edit and publish, I felt like, man, I need the time because I need to focus on this and do it right. Whereas live stream, man, you jump on, you say what you need to say. You may have a hiccup or two. There might be an interruption, but it's a natural thing because it's live, and it's okay for how raw it comes out, because then that's a more wholesome way to connect with your audience. They get to see the real you, not the manicured, refined, classic video production. It's boom, it's however it comes out and however it happens. Sometimes my light will go out, the battery will die, and then the light is out. Like, oh, but I'm still talking, and we're still here live. So as Facebook Live took off, then came through mobile, that mobile took off, and then came live streaming from your desktop with YouTube, with Facebook, and I started jumping on that too. And I think that my appeal is that it's a creative thing. I'm doing it for the art. I'm doing to talk about myself. I'm doing to talk about artists, other artists, and I'm doing it to share resources for artists to build on their art career. And so in the last few years, I jumped on to Cinamaker. I met Cinamaker at I met their crew at an event that I was part of, and they were there to record it, and I saw their setup. And right now I have an iPad here, I have an iPhone right there, I got a couple other iPhones that I can turn on and switch, and I just didn't set that up right now. But I started using Cinamaker. As soon as I met them, I talked to them, and I started using Cinamaker. Next thing I know, I'm learning video production in their studio in Buckhead here in Atlanta. And so it's how did I get here? Is through passion, the passion for art, the passion for creativity, the passion to live the life that I want to live as a creative artist who's getting paid to draw. That is what drives what I do. I want to get paid to draw, and that's it. I don't want to do anything else. It'd be nice. It's cool that everybody else does other things. That's fine. I've done lots of things. I was in the Marine Corps. I've been a cook. I've been a dishwasher. I've been a field worker. I've done landscaping. I've done lots of jobs. The one job that I really enjoy, that I really like, is drawing. So whatever I need to do to conquer the goals that I set for myself in this creative career, then I'm going to find the tools to make it happen. And video and audio production are those tools. I'm not here to be George Lucas. I'm not here to produce the next Star Wars or the next Indiana Jones or whatever epic movie is out there, Lord of the Rings. I'm not here for that. I'm here to I'm not here to produce that type of video production cinematography. I'm here to use the tools of video, of live streaming, of the tools that are included in most people's smartphones. Use that to my advantage, record, share, and build a community of like-minded, thriving artist individuals. We do not accept the starving artist mindset. This is the thriving artist art life. I am DTM. Thank you, everybody. This is Vlogmas Day 2. See you next time. Peace out. And connect with me. I'm Delta Tango Mike. Let me see. I got time? I got time. I'm trying to keep it under 10 minutes. Whew, that's the key for me anyways. And I want to actually do it for 2 minutes, but I get to talking. Next thing I know, it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes because IGTV has a limit of 10 minutes. I think LinkedIn has a limit also. All right. Talk to you later. Peace.